Okay, I've been putting off creating this channel, but I'm finally just doing it. This channel is starting out as a form of self-accountability, but I'm open to it going in whatever direction it takes me. Just like with meditation, how I think about all the other things I could be doing. Instead, I'm going to just plant the seed here and just get it started. Um, I'm just going to get right into it. I've had all this other stuff I'd say, but I don't think anyone's interested in that. So um, I've been wanting to meditate more and do other practices in these kinds of areas for a long time. I've continued to stay just unfocused and never really getting into any kind of consistency with them. Um, it's a new year, so the timing's interesting, but me starting this channel really doesn't have anything to do with that. I've been wanting to finally get around to this for quite some time. And just haven't been able to get into like any kind of rhythm with it. I haven't been really the kind of person that likes planning all my days. Of course, I don't know, like probably a lot of other, I've watched all kinds of videos, like how to do this. Yeah, I mean, how to set up all kinds of different stuff for it. Whatever. What I came to finally for myself, 'cause I don't know, I worry too much probably about feeling confined with that kind of thing. But I'm realizing that what I'm doing is not working. Whether I feel confined by planning or not, what I'm doing by not doing any kind of planning, it's not working. And it's just a mess. I'm not sticking to it. I get into it for a few days, then I get out of it for a few days. I forget about it for weeks. I get back into it, always feeling bad that I'm not doing it because I know it's something I want to do, which, I shouldn't feel bad about that. It's my own goal, but I do because I know I want to do it. So I can feel that I'm not sticking to it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing something that I want to do. I'm not doing what I feel like I want to do. And so I end up feeling, it's like, I don't know if it's kind of like letting yourself down, but I just think about it all the time. It's like something I want to get around to, but I'm putting off that I'm never doing. Instead, I get caught up in all kinds of other stuff. And then at the end of the day ends, and then I think about it again. Yeah, I mean, I have all these plans at night. I think I watch videos about meditating. Oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I just never. Same thing happens. So, instead of worrying about feeling confined and all that, I'm just gonna do this because I'm not sticking with it. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Okay, my initial plan's simple. I was thinking 5 minutes of meditation a day would work at first, since I don't have anything right now. I am doing more than that. Sometimes I do like 20 minutes. I do more a day, but it's like I said before, it's all over the place. So I figured setting a ground level of 5 minutes a day, it's totally something I can do. That's easy. But then I thought, that's way too easy. That doesn't even sound like, that's not a big enough goal. Yeah, I mean, it's not even big. 5 minutes is too small. So I thought 10 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes still small enough where it's no problem to fit that in somewhere. But it's big enough where it's like, okay, I'm doing 10 minutes. That's a good place to start at, it seems like. So that's where I'm starting at. My goal is 10 minutes a day of meditation. I decided to set a specific kind of meditation because I noticed in the past, if I'm foggy about that, if I'm nebulous about, I can just kind of do whatever meditation I want to do, kind of, because I don't really want to, I don't want to think about it too much. Now I only can do this I've just noticed that becomes a mess. It just gives my brain something else to think about. Because then I always have to, even when I'm doing it, I'll start doing it. I'll say, okay, I'm doing watch the breath meditation, awareness of the breath. Many ways to put that. And then I'll notice during it, I'm thinking about this other meditation, which, has nothing to do with the breath, just kind of a meditation where you're just aware of your awareness. You're just aware of being aware. So I keep switching back and forth. It just doesn't work. That's not a good, for me at least, it's too nebulous. So I've decided, even though it feels like, I have a thing with that, now that's a confining thing. I'm doing breath meditation, awareness of breath meditation, 10 minutes a day, every day. If I want to do the other meditation, I can do that outside of it. So I've decided, even though there's this, could feel confining kind of thing to it, which is, like I said, obviously I need to work on that. That's what I'm realizing too. Um, Even with that there, yeah, I'm just going to stick to awareness of breath. That's good. Then I don't have to think about it. 10 minutes a day of that. I want to do the other meditation outside of that. Fine. That's good. Okay. The second thing, what I'm doing with this is a lot of people talk about setting it at a time, a specific time. Starting the morning's the best thing because then you get it done. I know this is something I should do. I'm not doing that yet. I might revisit this and do that. But for me now, I have stuff that it's not an excuse. I have things. Sometimes I need to start things right away in the morning. I tend to function best sometimes in the morning, and I have to get work done. I have to pay bills, and so often the stuff that I need to do is available earlier in the morning. I need to get to it. I need to get it done. I had the same thing with walks for a while. I was doing walks first thing, and then I fall behind with other stuff. So for me right now, I may revisit this and think like, yeah, that was nice. That's a good excuse. You're going to fit it. You're going to go ahead and do that. But for now, I'm not going to set a time. It's just going to be, I'm going to do 10 minutes a day. I'm going to fit it in the best place I can. And you might be listening to this thinking like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it may not work. And so if it doesn't, then I'll come back. Okay. Yeah. The third thing I'm doing is I'm going to write it down every day. I'm going to track it. So if I go over 10 minutes, then I'll just write down how long I did that. I'm going to write down, breath meditation. If I can, I'll write down the time I did it. Like today, I actually did start first thing, and I was up early, so I started like 6:50 a.m. because I decided today was the first day, which I know it's New Year's. That's not why I did it, but here we are. Good timing, right? The energy, it's a good time to start all this, isn't it? So, yeah. And so I did, let's see, today I ended up doing 19 minutes and 30 seconds actually of breath meditation when I set 10. So that's another thing I don't have to stop at 10. It's just 10 as a minimum. So if I go over, that's good. I'm going to let myself do it. Now, I didn't set a timer with, like it beeps and goes off. I found when I do meditation, I don't like that. It makes me jump. Yeah, I mean, I jump kind of when I do that. Now, I mean, maybe I'll do that in the future. But I just set more of a running stopwatch kind of thing. Where I can it just times me. That way it's just timing me. And I don't look at the clock. So that way I don't have to remember like start at 6:50. Okay, that means it's 7. Because I'm going to have to keep thinking about that. Was it 7 o'clock? Was it 7:02? What time was it? And I don't want to think of all that. So and then if I set something where an alarm like beep, 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 I'm going to be nervous about that the whole time. I've done that before. And then, you jump. Yeah, I mean, like it happens like, oh crap. Yeah, I mean, so I'm not going to do that. So I just just a running stopwatch. Do I look over it? Someone might, I could see that. You think that's what I thought. Well, now I'm going to look over it though and see. That's fine. If I look over at some point to see if the time's gone by, that's okay. That's better for me right now than the other stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. Someone else might pick something else, but for me, that works a lot better. And I don't think about it for the long time because I'm setting 10 minutes. There's just something about that for me that does it. I sit there and I think, I know it's a minimum of 10 minutes, so it just feels good not looking at it. I just think the longer I wait, the better. And then I just eventually just let that go and I'm just watching the breath. Good for me if it goes way over. And so, I'm going to track it every day. I got a paper folder. Someone else they could do it on their computer. I might want to do this on my computer. Who knows? I might transfer this over to my computer, but I've been into a thing lately where I get paper notebooks, kind of back to that. I do some writing and I've been doing it there too. That kind of thing. So anyways, that's how I'm doing all that. And for now, I'm going to do this and then I'll just revisit this, at some point on here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to do this 10 minutes a day of meditation for now. Like today, like I said, today I did 19 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's good. Something I've already noticed today is I already want to do more. Again, now this is day 1, so we'll see what happens there. Because I know how this goes. Today I was more open. Like I said, I got up and did it. There's going to be lots of days. if you've done any kind of meditation, or if you haven't, so you do know, but if you have done any kind of meditation, that happens a lot. There's a lot of days where you do not want to do this. You just do not feel focused, or you were really busy, whatever else is going on that day. You don't want to do it that day. Those are the days I got to get through for me. Also, um, if you have, I've experienced that, so I already know right now. That's why I'm setting a plan, because that's what jams me up. Good excuses, like I have to go somewhere today, I have to do all this stuff. It's just not the day to meditate. I'll get back to it tomorrow. Those kinds of stuff that breaks your habit. Next thing you know, you're looking back and it's been 3 weeks and you're way off over here in the weeds somewhere and you haven't done it. You're not even thinking about it. In fact, maybe even between there, you've almost let it go. Just know this other stuff is important. 10 minutes a day. That's why I'm setting 10 minutes a day. It's not this humongous way out there. You can't fit it somewhere. There's always 10 minutes somewhere. Even the busiest of days. For me, I can make 10 minutes somewhere. I can tell myself I can't. No, I couldn't make 10 minutes. But I had 10 minutes to watch a YouTube video, didn't I? Yeah, I mean, or I had 10 minutes to do this other thing. I had 10 minutes to get distracted off over here looking into this thing that was not necessary. Or, I mean, there's all kinds of things you do if you're not watching it. And if you're resistant, like I am, to tracking your goals and tracking stuff and having plans and all that, if you're that kind of person like I am, who is, resistant to this kind of stuff, doesn't want to plan stuff, doesn't want to feel confined, I mean, it's really easy to do these kinds of things and not be aware that you're just off over doing stuff. And then at the end of the day, it's like, oh, I didn't have the time to do it. Yeah, I mean, and so, no, there's 10 minutes. So that's what I'm doing. Anyways, I kind of like ran all over the place here. I don't know. First time I've recorded YouTube video me talking or anything. So, yeah, been nervous about that. But this is just something I've been wanting to do for a while. So that is it. I'm doing it. Yeah, started today, 10 minutes. This is me keeping myself accountable. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. There's other things I'd like to get to. Meditation is like the beginning of all of that. I used to practice lucid dreaming a lot more. I really want to get back into that. The more I was meditating, just the better I was at it. I got really good. I wouldn't say really good, but I got pretty good at it for a while. I've just fallen off the cart of that. But for now, this one is just about meditation. Lucid dreaming is a whole nother thing. I need to start writing my dreams down again, but that'll be a whole nother goal. I'm not going to start biting off too much right now. 10 minutes a day of watching breath meditation. That's where I'm starting. So, yep, that's it.